So I remember my first year of teaching, my principal told me that I was going to get this kid named Justin, who had gotten kicked out of his elementary school the year before because he had brought a knife to school and threatened to stab his fifth grade teacher. So I was, again, first year teacher, kind of freaked out, right? The kid shows up. One, he's not a monster. He's an 11-year-old boy, right? Like this high, right? I took him aside, introduced myself, told him I was happy he was in class, told him I wanted to get to know him. He gradually started to raise his hand a little bit more in class. He was super smart, super just quick. He also had like a great smile. He's very popular with the girls in the class, a lot of personality. And I started to invite him to our little lunch group because I had kids who came and ate in my classroom during lunch. And we started to kind of build a rapport. And he didn't have a lot of male teachers, so I think that was helpful to see a guy as a teacher and be able to build a relationship with him. Anyway, right before winter break that year, it's the last day of school, he brought me this wrapped gift. The wrapping was all jankety, but I opened it up and it was this little cup with a snowflake on it that he had bought at the Dollar Tree for his teacher. Again, this is a kid who was going to stab his fifth grade teacher. A few months later, he's bringing a snowflake cup to his sixth grade teacher. And I was feeling like I was on top of the world as a teacher. I was like, who's going to make the movie, right? Like, here I am, right?
Sandra Bullock's going to play you in a movie.
Yeah, who's going to play me? And then I came back after winter break. I was in my third period class, and I heard this commotion out in the hallway. So I immediately stepped out of the room to see what was going on. And there were two of our coaches, and they were both restraining Justin, either side of him. They were carrying him out of the school. He was screaming. His feet didn't touch the ground. Like he literally was just carried out of the school. I found out that he had started a fight in his third grade class, and that was his last strike. And it was the last time I ever saw Justin. I did some digging to figure out what had happened. Turns out in the previous semester, Justin had been seeing a therapist that was provided by the school district. And it was this lady that he really was hitting it off with and getting along with. And they were going through all his issues because Justin had been abandoned by his mother at a very early age, which that'll screw anybody up, right? Justin had experienced violence, had experienced all this trauma. And so for the first time, there was a professional who was helping him work his way through it. And there was a teacher who liked him and who believed in him. And that was all it took for Justin to see all of these improvements. And I found out that after winter break, that because of budget cuts from the legislature, the district had eliminated the therapist. So this lifeline suddenly went away for Justin. So literally everybody had abandoned Justin, including his own mother. And now the adults that he was trying to trust again were abandoning him. And so that was the kind of radicalizing experience for me, because these people at the state capitol had cut $5 billion from our schools. Who knows why? Who knows what the justifications were? But I saw firsthand how that screwed up a kid's life. I saw the damage that did to real flesh and blood human beings. And so I promised myself right then that if I ever got a little bit of power or a little bit of influence, that I would do everything I could with every fiber of my being to stop that from happening again.